Well, it's been 40 years since the Olympic Games, and it's quite a long time. I know that my accomplishments have been documented as being from remarkable to maybe just luck or whatever, but I think about the Olympic Games, I think about my performance in 1972, and it was really the journey that got me there that to me was the most important thing. I'd competed for about 14, 15 years. Swam 26,000 miles, and why was I singled out to be one of the lucky ones? I was the world record holder before I went into the Olympic Games, and I felt, with a fair amount of confidence that I would have success if I could just stay healthy. And I'm thankful that I did, and I'm thankful that I was able to win those events. And in the process, the competition drove me to swim very fast times, and they were all world records. But I think more people remember the fact that I won 7 gold medals than the world records. I feel the same way today about the Olympic Games as I did when I was a competitor. That's because the ideal of the Olympic Games, the edict Citius, Altius, Fortius, swifter, higher, and stronger. It's all about trying to show that, who is the swiftest, who is the fastest, who is the highest. And the act of competing, in that friendly environment is pretty amazing and pretty incredible. You go to the Olympic Games, there's about 10,000 athletes, there's about 250 to 260 contested events. So not everybody is going to walk away with a medal. But we walk away with a similar experience that we made it, to represent our country, and that's also part of the fanfare that's exciting. The Olympic Games has changed with one major thing that's happened over the years. Back when I competed, we were known as amateurs. We could not make any money. In 1988, the Olympics in Seoul, Korea, that changed. I don't regret that I didn't carry on in the Olympic Games after 1972. For me to do so, I would have had to still remain an amateur, and I needed to be able to subsidize and pay for that. While I was competing from the age of 18 to 22, I had a college scholarship, and that basically took care of those expenses. But then left after college, there was nowhere for me to look or to receive financial aid and support. With professionalism, if it was allowed in my day, it would have been in the best interest on behalf of my sponsors, obviously, for me to continue for another 4 years. I think we see that same sort of result, let's say, for an example, in Michael Phelps, who I believe that if he wasn't under the pressure to compete in another Olympic Games, and with the sponsorships that he had in such large amounts of dollars that were being paid, that they expected him to stay in the sport. It's been great for the sport, but he may have retired sooner than go at least to this next Olympics. With the pressures of the Olympic Games and the fact that these athletes can make money, I think that there's a lot of extra pressure. Amongst the feeling that I need to win a gold medal to keep the interest of my sponsor is overwhelming, to be honest with you. And I think that there is a lot more pressure on athletes today. Michael Phelps is 27 right now, and he's competing in other Olympic Games. I believe that he's going to swim at least in the 3 American relays, and he'll swim at least, in my opinion, 3 individual events. I believe he'll swim in the 100 and the 200 meters butterfly and the 200 meters freestyle. We're clear ahead. He's the world record holder in those events, and I don't think there's many people that even challenge him in those events. It's possible that he can swim some other events, individual medley, but he's got a teammate named Ryan Lochte that actually took his world record away in the 200 individual medley. He swims the 200 and the 400 individual medley, and also swim both backstroke events, of which those 4 events also have been winning events for Michael Phelps. So it'll be very interesting to see how they sort themselves out between the 2 of them of what happens at the Olympic trials. Either way, it's going to be great to watch the 2 of them compete against each other. I'm a member of the Laureus Sports Academy. It's a concept that's been around for 12 years. I'm one of the original Academy members, along with 30 others that were so elected to be involved. We basically give opportunity, we give chance, we give inspiration to athletes and kids that never have had a chance. We give hope where there's been despair. We give an opportunity for the last 12 years to have affected the lives of over 1 million people in programs throughout the world. We currently have over 100 programs, and I'm real proud to say that we're continually growing, and we're modeling ourselves, creating new relationships with different groups throughout the world, including in the United States. And our patron sponsors, Mercedes and Richemont Group, have been very supportive of those energies and efforts, and they've given us their guidance, and we've given them the inspiration, and we're involved actively with them, hand in hand.